YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. I hope everybody had a great weekend, fresh off a Royal Rumble weekend. And this is the first couple of days of Black History Month, so you already know I'm rooting for everybody that's black in general. That's all I'm talking about this month, as if I don't already talk about this all year round, but it is what it is. I'm here to have a conversation right now about the takeaways that I peeped when it came to the Royal Rumble and what took place and where they're going as far as the storylines and other things of that magnitude. Now, this is going to be all over the place. Like, I don't have a specific guideline or anything that I'm just going to be freestyling. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long week for me, but I'm going to still try to get videos out despite all of that. Now, let's start with the Women's Royal Rumble. Real spill, the right person won the Royal Rumble, and I think I enjoyed the Women's Royal Rumble a lot more than I enjoyed the Men's Royal Rumble, and I'm going to keep it real when it comes to that. Liv Morgan won. I'm not mad at that. It made the most sense because who the hell else were you going to have win the Royal Rumble when you didn't build anybody? Triple H didn't really build any new stars. He just thrust Stephanie Fekir into the World Championship picture without any context for real. It would have made more sense. This is something I notice about Triple H and his booking. He be fiending to throw the women he liked the championship instead of letting them move up and slowly but surely work for it so that they can get notoriety outside of a few things. Because Stephanie, shout out to her, but aside from the Devil's Kiss, the casual fans didn't know much about her. Be for real. Let her build up a rapport and a connection with the fans. Her ass is not a connection. And I think that they're realizing that now, because what happened to Naomi was it was an on-the-fly type of situation, but it's cool. Lash Legend and Soul Ruka. Shout out to my black women. I don't care what nobody say. Soul Ruka's a black woman. We ain't even about to sit there and act like we're discounting that. Her father is pretty much the same shade of skin as me as far as the color goes. And he got locks. We ain't about to play like that. But shout out to Lash Legend. 5 eliminations, 5 important eliminations. She eliminated 4 Hall of Famers and 1 that's already a Hall of Famer. I actually scratched that. I think 2 Hall of Famers, because isn't both Bella Twins Hall of Famers, or am I bugging? Let me know in the comment section. But shout out to Lash Legend. She made herself a star. She is going to be here for many years to come if she allows herself to be, or if they have her. She created a star out of herself. So Ruka came in and she created a star out of herself. That Soul Snatcher move that she got, that's going to go over real big with the crowd when she gets to the main roster. I think that she gets to the main roster right after Stand and Deliver. I don't see them not having the Zarya Soul Ruka feud because it's been building up. They've been doing a little slow build, but it's on the way. So shout out to her. Liv Morgan won the match. She eliminated Raquel Gonzalez. I keep on saying Raquel Gonzalez, man. It just sounds better. I'm sorry. If you hear me say that, I apologize. But Raquel Rodriguez got eliminated by Liv Morgan, and I'm interested to see what they do with that going forward. Are we going to see Raquel versus Liv Morgan for the championship at WrestleMania? Because Stephanie's not ready. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I enjoyed the Women's Royal Rumble. No Bianca. I'm kind of upset about that. But if Bianca wasn't there, there's a reason why she wasn't there. And also, the Saudi Arabia crowd, they have a weird distaste for black women that is at some point going to come out. At some point, it's going to come out. But let's move on. That was a nice to me, that was my favorite match. The Women's Royal Rumble. Y'all got it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Alexa Bliss. Shout out to every woman that was in there and they played their role. Shout out to y'all. The AJ Styles versus Gunther match, I don't really got much of a takeaway from it. I don't think that this is the complete end for AJ Styles. They was teasing a little angle between Mike Santana and AJ Styles for the World Championship, the TNA World Championship. Maybe he goes to TNA, has one more solid run with the TNA Championship, and then he retires towards the end of the year. Who the hell knows? Maybe that was just a way to write him off of WWE programming so that he can go to TNA. I do not see him going to AEW. This match did nothing for me, and it didn't do anything for Gunther stock because the truth is, I don't even think they know what the fuck to do with this guy. They don't know what to do with this guy. He's not a world champion. And I think that everybody's starting to see that a lot more. The only one that's running with that narrative is Triple H. Shout out to Gunther, though. He's a pretty good upper mid-card heel, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy. And, no matter, the more they try to force it, the more they're going to realize and face total damnation when it comes to this man's character. Expect him in AEW in the next 4 years. I'm going to move on with that one. But shout out to AJ Styles. You deserve everything that's going to come to you in retirement. You enjoy the fruits of your labor, big dog. You the GOAT. What else we got? The Men's Royal Rumble. There were some things that I did enjoy about the Men's Royal Rumble, such as Obafemi's showing, but I did not like how he was easily eliminated by Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar was easily eliminated by LA Knight and Cody Rhodes. I also don't like how they really kind of just brushed over the fact that LA Knight made his return after being gone for months. That didn't really make any sense. That just shows me that they don't have nothing for that man, and they're just waiting for his contract to be up so that they can be rid of him for good. Triple H don't fuck with him. And in some cases, he went into a business himself with a lot of things, so there's maybe some validity as to why he's not being pushed and why he's not liked in the locker room. But, at the end of the day, there's people who were worse back in the day who got pushes. But, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth about it. I'm going to talk about the things that I like. I like the fact that Javon Evans was the Iron Man of the Royal Rumble. That made a lot of sense. A lot of people it's kind of like a hit or miss situation when it pertains to Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, the male Royal Rumble. And I understand why a lot of people are like, man, he didn't need it. But when you don't position certain guys to be the guy, this is what happens. It wouldn't have made no sense for Cody Rhodes to win a third one. Roman Reigns was the more logical choice. He's probably going to go after CM Punk, realistically speaking, because, he could go after Drew McIntyre as well, but something tells me that the Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre thing is far from over. We got a couple other developments in regard to what's going to be next for some people. I feel like whoever faced Drew McIntyre for the championship, their road to it is going to start at the Elimination Chamber, more than likely. What else? Trick Williams, he got a really big pop. And he was out of Obafemi, Javon, and Obafemi and Javon and himself, he was the first one eliminated. I feel like I understand that you can't have everybody lasting the Final Four and all of this stuff, but they could have kept him in that match a little bit longer. No Carmelo Hayes in the Royal Rumble match. I don't know how to feel about that. But overall, certain guys were just like waste of space. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't mind Mr. Iguana being in the match, but you don't need to have a bunch of AAA guys when you don't even give nothing to Finn Balor and stuff. Like, you're not really feeding your core fan base. And during that pre-show, they let Triple H have it. Shout out to Saudi Arabia for letting Triple H have it. But fuck y'all for booing black women though also. Then we got Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. I'm actually very surprised that Sami Zayn didn't get it, but to me that was like a soft launch. They was trying to see how Saudi Arabia was going to react to Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, and how Sami Zayn possibly winning the strap was going to make any sense. I think Sami Zayn needs to cut up a little bit. He needs to get back to the form he was in, the shape he was in when he was on NXT. I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to shave his head, and he needs to go back to the low cut, because the comb over long hair, the balding long hair, it looks crazy, man. You got to actually look like something if you want to be the champion. All of this, a regular guy can be champion. I don't care for that. I never liked it like that when it came to wrestling. If you're the champion, you should feel and look larger than life. Not sure what the hell they're about to do with Randy Orton, but shoot, I like the little spot that Randy Orton and Javon Evans did. Honestly, it's looking up for those three. Oba, Trick, and Javon Evans. Shout out to them. And also, Don't sleep on Melo. Don't sleep on Carmelo Hayes. He up next. And I don't like how Brock Lesnar did not sell for Ilya Dragunov. He ain't sell for nobody, man. I'm not even going to lie. It's really no point in having Brock Lesnar around. Shit's pointless. But, yo, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did you enjoy the Royal Rumble? It was cool until it wasn't. Like, it's hit or miss for me. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to see what they're going to do going forward. Like I said, I wasn't excited about the Royal Rumble when it first happened. I'm not excited about WrestleMania season because they're going to find a way to fuck it up. But, yo, I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm out. Peace.